Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is so good to see you all again. I hope you're all keeping really well. As you can see by the title, today I'm going to be showing you how I get my I hate to call them signature curls, but I always have curly hair. And to be honest with you, over on Instagram, it's probably the one thing that I get asked the most. So I'm going to create a little video for you today. It's going to be pretty simple. Just a disclaimer, I'm not even remotely like a hairdresser or anything, so I'm probably doing it wrong, but I just have it mastered. I can't get out of the swing of the way that I do it at the minute, so even if I did find out the proper way to curl my hair, I probably still wouldn't do it. So basically to do it, all you need is a brush. I prefer a kind of, oh my god, there's so much hair on that. That's embarrassing. Some kind of paddle brush. I also have this one here as well, and then all you need is some kind of like elastic band or like a hair grip or something. I love these because they're like £1 from Primark and you get 50 of them, 100 of them. So yeah, if you want to see how I get my curls then just keep on watching. Go ahead and give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you if you already have. And let's just get into the video. So I have this little elastic on my wrist. I'm basically just going to tie up like half of my head. Whenever I'm kind of doing my hair like on a, I just realized you can't really see what I'm doing. Whenever I'm kind of doing my hair on like a daily basis, I don't really bother tying it up. But if I was getting ready for like a night out or something, I wanted a few more curls in there, I would always sort of tie up the top part. So let's do that today. Let's pretend we're going out somewhere and we're not just getting ready to go and sit in the living room. So I have about this much hair. I mean, that's not even tied up any specific way, just about half. I'm going to give it a little brush through. So as I said, I've got two brushes here. This, by the way, if you don't have one of these wet brushes, yes, this is a Disney one, but they're the best things ever. So it's the wet brush brand. I have two brushes here. The two of them do the exact same thing, although I tend to use this one for like brushing out my hair, any tats, because it doesn't hurt and I'm a wimp. And then I use the other brush for whenever my hair is actually curled. Don't know why. You can use the one brush for both. The curler that I use then, this one here is the Remington. It's called Remington Silk. I don't know the official name for it. I will leave it in the description bar down below with links to, I'll leave a link to it. I'm actually, now that I'm sort of sitting here, I don't actually know if they do this one anymore. They tend to upgrade them essentially probably every couple of years. So if this isn't the one that they do, they will do like a version of it. But basically no matter what it is, I prefer the ones that go from like large to small for the kind of look that I'm going for at the minute. I do have like a larger barrel one. I have the Formawell Kendall Jenner curler, and it will give you kind of like bouncier curls, but they don't tend to last as long. Like I can curl my hair with this and it will last me a good 3 days. Basically the larger part you always want closer to the head. Like you'll never start here and work your way down, because otherwise you'll end up with a really tight curl here, and then a larger curl at the bottom. You kind of want it to go larger into smaller, or at least I do anyway. So I'm just taking like relatively small sections here, and I'm gonna just kind of start wrapping it round. Now, I've watched people do like videos of this in the past, and apparently like the direction that you hold your wand will depend on how good your curl is. More often than not I forget, and I just kind of like, because I tend to be doing other things, like I multitask, I'll put a curl in and I'll like do an eyebrow or something. But if you can try and like hold it down, it'll give you a better curl apparently. So hold it for like 10 to 15 seconds. Like I'm gonna look mental at first, okay? Trust the process. I'm gonna show you like a few, and then I'll just kind of like, I'll probably speed up or cut out the footage, because you don't want to just sit and watch me here curl my entire head. So again, taking like another small section and kind of curling away from your head, if that makes sense, rather than towards. I tend to keep my curls kind of going the same direction, but if you wanted a bit more of a like a choppier kind of look, you can curl like your first curl going away from your face, the next one going towards your face, away and forward, if that makes sense. To be honest with you, my hair is always near done by the time I remember to do that, so I'm not going to do it today. So, and then just drop that down. Oh, what is this, amateur hour? Hold on. My hair is probably the longest that it's been for a while, so I'm probably at the length now before this will stop working, like this technique. I am finding that my curls look better probably with the other curler, but this is the way I'm just most comfortable to use. So and due a serious haircut. So we'll do one more on this side. That's probably big enough. And then you can sort of see I'm like wrapping it around and then pulling it right up to the root. A few things to note as well. I probably should have heat protectant gloves on, and I also probably should have used a heat protectant spray, but that's fine. I like to live, you know, life on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and curl the next like kind of bottom half, and then we'll take our hair down and start to work on the top. Okay, so now that we've got it curled like right the way around, I'm just going to take out this little top knot situation and let it down. So I'm going to kind of flick the done hair to the back, just to give it time to cool. And again, I'm just going to grab my brush. Ooh. Okay, so before we go any further, I'm basically going to take the tiniest bit of the back of both sides. So I'm going to take that little bit. I'm going to kind of bring these bits together and brush them up. And I'm going to curl that bit all together, just wrapping it around like I usually would. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to flick that out of the way. That just basically me doing it that way. I will kind of brush like back home that little bit in a minute, but it just means that your curls don't like end and separate at the back of the head because it's not cute. I'm going to leave my little front pieces just for now. I always sort of tend to do them last. Really just the same again. I'm going to pick up a front piece, roughly about, I don't know, is that an inch? You always hear people saying take an inch section. I guess that's about an inch. And then just holding it. I should have mentioned by the way as well, this curler goes up to 220 degrees. I have it at 200, I just feel like 220, I don't know, it just scares me. It seems very hot. You can have it obviously as like low or as high as you want. So yeah, now that I'm kind of saying out loud what I do, I guess I probably should use a heat protectant spray. If any of you use a heat protectant spray, leave it down below. I think I should invest in one. Okay, so I'm sort of left with hair that looks a bit ridiculous. Ooh. So I don't hold these for just as long, and I don't hold it just as tight, so there's a bit more space in between the curls, around the wand, if that makes sense, and I really only hold it for a couple of seconds. Okay, so I've just set my curler down, I've just set my curler down to cool. That was so hard to say. Please make sure you set it down somewhere safe, or if you have a heat protectant like pad thing to put it on, please put it on that, because I've burnt a lot of carpets in the past. I'm just going to chill here for a minute, letting this cool. So my hair is still a little bit warm. If you brush your hair out whenever it's, oh, there's a bit of mist. Basically, so if you brush it out too fast, then your curls will drop, because if the heat is still in the hair, then whenever you brush it, the heat will just, I don't know what happens. It's hair science, I don't know, but it's better whenever the hair is cooler. So my hair's cooled off pretty much now. So I'm gonna go in with this brush here. So this one here is from the Body Shop. I've had this for 1,000 years and it does the job. So whenever I start to brush out, I kind of hold the bottom of my hair and brush and kind of slowly work up. If I start from the start, from like the top of my hair, it tends to all just like bunch together here and looks a bit messy. So I always prefer to use a paddle brush to brush out my curls, just because it keeps the curl kind of intact. And you can use like a little comb as well, but I tend to be there all day using that. You obviously don't have to use a brush to brush everything out. You can use your fingers and kind of do it if you want to keep your curls curlier. I do prefer more of like this kind of situation. And then just kind of running my fingers through it, give it a bit of volume. Okay guys, so that is basically how I curl my hair. It really is as simple as that. Obviously if you care a bit more for your hair, it'll probably look a little bit better, it'll probably look a bit shinier. I'm definitely going to invest, I think, in a heat protectant spray. I think it's been long enough, and I do this to my hair like every 3 or 4 days, so I'm surprised that I have any hair left, if I'm honest. And yeah, that's really all there is to it, to be honest. If you want to see any more hair videos, again, I am not a hairdresser, but it is something I get asked about a lot, then please do let me know in the description down below. But yeah, if you like this kind of video, then just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well. It really does mean the world to me, and I love to see each and every one of you subscribe. But yeah, for now, take care and have a good day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!